It's audio and video. Even if it's just the video with no audio.
Okay. We're live already, so don't say anything bad, okay? Not that you would. But...
Okay. Gosh, that Leroy Schluter.
Yeah, he's always getting me in trouble. Those Illinois guys, Paul.
I know.
Paul or Brent, we're live already, so be nice. Don't say anything bad about me. So.
Of course, the guys from Illinois. Last one's on.
Paul, I've already fired this one back up, so behave. So.
Okay. Didn't think I was that far out of line.
No, you're not. But this would be the one time you'd call me a name, and then everybody'd go to pulloff.com and make fun of you. So.
That's all right. You got plenty of soldiers on here that'll go defend you.
I appreciate that. So if Leroy and Roos jump back on, that's great. If not, I understand. I know it's a late night. So first of all, Paul, thank you for lining up Brian and Braden. That was a great interview. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go re-download that. Hi, Misty. I'm going to go download that and repost that for everybody. Zolik, do you think should I try to edit that video part out of it, you think?
Yeah, or cover it up with something.
Just put a picture of the pro stock over the top or something.
Okay. Audio. Yeah. If you're able to, if you do that in Power Corrector.
Yeah. I'm starting to learn this stuff. So guys, what I want to do
for the video is
what I want to do is Brent put up a pick'em contest for Shipshewana, the
NTPA Spring Nationals.
Thank you. I didn't know what it's called. So I got a message on
easier
Facebook
to keep
today.
track of the points.
Well, they said, and that's what I'm going to discuss because I'm going to score it differently. I'm going to score it the golf style.
Oh.
Because it's a lot easier to do it when there's only 5 classes each night.
And only about 50
12 tractors at most in each one, or trucks.
So we're going to have Leroy go first, okay? We're all going to do this tonight.
I already did one. I can't
you're going to do another one.
So. It's cheating.
Leroy, what's your email, bud?
Why don't you let us do it on our own screen and then we can share it?
Oh, fine.
No, when they're going to pick them.
You guys know how to do that?
Gordy-Wana. Or not Gordy-Wana, I'm sure.
Leroy, you want to go first?
I mean, unless you want to do it all for everybody.
So what do I need to do?
You need to pick the winners.
So go to the form and then hit your screen share.
So Leroy, I'll put the link right now in Messenger, our little group that we use to talk back and forth. I'll go first, Leroy, I'll do mine. And then I'll put the link for people watching in the comments.
Then what do I need to do? I need to go to that link and then fill it out?
Yep.
And then hit share screen so Jason can share your screen.
I'll do mine first, Leroy, while you guys are getting yours set up.
And I see Chris Baker had put in a message on who won the Gordy-Wana one. And if you give me a hot minute, I can tell you exactly who it was. I just have to find it.
So Friday night Super Farm. You think Anderson learned from his mistakes?
Those guys that hooked at Gordy-Wana, they're going to have a little bit of an advantage.
I'm going to grab Wheelan Friday night. 3-0 diesel trucks. I'm going to take.
Most of the super farms have hold there in the past, I believe.
Yeah. I'm going to go Cartwell, most hated 3-0. Limited Pro Stock Tractors. Is Lindstrom, is he back together, Yaron?
Yep, he's going to be down there.
Why don't you share your screen?
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen.
No, you're not. Okay, and to answer the question on who won the Gordy-Wana picking contest, it was Kevin Earhart with 25 points. I believe there was like 3 guys from Wisconsin, one guy from Minnesota, and then Nathan Bay from Kentucky.
Everybody got cool prize packages. They got Amazon gift cards. They got stuff from Hart's Diesel. They got stuff from Schaefer Oil, Frosted Frog. Everybody stepped up on that. So Friday night, I'm going to take Wheelan. My last excuse. Most hated for 3-0. Limited Pro Stock Tractors. I'm going to take Lindstrom. Hot Farm. I'm going to take Carrington. Endless Dollars. Endless Expense. Pro stocks. I'm going to take Lawyer because he always does well
I'm
indoors.
pretty sure you picked the exact same Friday night as I did.
Okay. Saturday nights, I'm going to go Anderson. Limited Pro, I want to go with Humpy, causing trouble. Limited Pro, I'm going to take Geezy.
You're not going to take one with your cylinder head on it?
Huh?
You're not going to take one that has your cylinder head on?
I don't know everybody who's got my cylinder head on there.
Well, I know Jeff does, and I know Brian's got one.
Okay, I'm taking Dr. Deere then.
So
If I
I
go
just,
one bad
I
apple, I got my tire guy and my cylinder head. Okay, I'll take
and,
that.
speaking
Well,
about the
that
limited
tractor
pro stock
Did
class,
hit the stamp
Lears are
file
limited.
like 3 times there.
Yeah. But in the limited pro stock class, Lears are now pulling there. It was supposed to be Scalzo and Payne with Bad to the Bone. And they are on the dynos up at Pickler's the other day, and they split the crank in half. So
Who did?
that would have been Scalzo and
Imagine
Payne with Bad to the Bone. They were doing some dynoing, and yeah, they split the crank in half.
Oh, no.
So now Lears, they've been bugging Randall to get in, and now they have some leverage now that they have an NTPA region pull.
So we'll get both in?
They only got one in.
Okay.
They're only allowing for 10 or 12 tractors or whatever it is.
Gotcha.
They're eliminating each class.
I'll take Cornfield Cadillac. Pro stock Saturday
I already
night.
submitted mine. I wasn't for sure how to share the screen, so I'd already submitted mine.
I'll go Schumacher.
Oh, it says
What
share
was
at
the
the
winner?
bottom of your page.
Pro
Leroy.
stock class 302. 9845. Okay, there's mine.
Unless he's on a phone, it may be
I'm
different.
not. I'm on a desktop or
yeah.
a laptop.
Yeah.
I can make
Well, guys-
another one, right? I can make another one. I had more than one email address.
The link is in the comments, everybody, for those wanting to do this.
Technically, yeah, you can make more than one, but
You
if
can just
you
read
make
off.
more
But
than one,
do
I
you
will
remember
go
what you
through
did,
and I will-
Leroy?
I go through and delete them if you make more than one because I'm only allowing you to have one.
Okay. Well, I don't see where it says share screen, but
So when you're into the StreamYard,
It should be right next to the cam
it says
mic
mute, stop cam,
setting.
cam mic, share, leave studio.
oh, okay, all right.
It's right next to share, right next to the leave studio
And
one.
then Jason has to allow it.
Okay. Will you go ahead and do it again?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
just read them off. Just read off who you picked.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. Friday night for Super Farm, I picked Ryan Anderson for Limited Pro
Okay,
Diesel.
Did you hit share, Leroy?
No, I can stand by.
Stand by.
Share screen. Okay, so it says screen sharing tip. Okay, just share screen.
Oh, Clippy's talking about the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay,
the
so
elephant in the room. Who cares?
am I doing this right?
Schultz, you have to allow him to share screen.
Nothing's popping up on my screen, guys.
Oh.
I can go share.
I hit share. Share your entire screen. StreamYard.com wants to share the contents of your screen. Choose what you'd like to share.
Yeah, there you go.
Am I on? Did I do it?
Click, 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 click.
I don't know.
Oh, hang on. There we go. I had the wrong thing. How about now?
Yep, I see it.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So Friday night, I picked Ryan Anderson. Limited Pro Diesel trucks, most hated. Limited Pro Diesel or Limited Pro Tractors, Brian Deck. Hot Farm, Brian Carrington. Pro Stock Tractors, Bootlegger. Saturday night, Super Farm, Crop Doctor. Limited Pro Diesel trucks, Unlocked. Limited Pro Tractors, let's see here, Hyper Harvester, I believe. Hot Farm Tractors, I went with Buckshot Reloaded. Pro Stock Tractors, Red Gambler. And then for the tiebreaker, I went, there you go, 302, 69. Nice.
Okay. So don't hit submit, but that's
I'm
fine.
not
You
going
got your
to.
picks.
Yeah. And
Okay.
actually, now that we know how long the track actually is being there once, I can actually put a better distance than 320, so people aren't putting numbers that are like into the walls. So sorry about that the first time, but it really made no difference with the top 5 anyway. So because
Okay, Ryan, Brent, Paul, can you guys share your screen? Who's going?
Sure.
I'll go last because I'll just show like everyone's entries then.
Thanks for doing this again, Brent.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going, Paul or Z?
Okay. Friday night, Super Farm. I will go with. I'm gonna go Thumpin' Pumpkin. Limited Pro diesel trucks. I'm gonna go Frank. 4-1s. I will go with.
That John Deere 5020. I don't recognize that tractor.
I think he's out of Ohio, right?
Brent, do you know?
And who?
That
I
Jay
could be
Ruff, I don't
wrong.
recognize that one.
Which one? I didn't hear. Which
And the
one?
Limited Pro 4-1s.
Oh,
Jay Ruff.
is that I want to say it's a Michigan or Ohio. And he used to pull.
I think he's out of Ohio. Was my thought, but I could be wrong too.
So
he
Region
pulled
2.
several years ago. And it sounds like he's been pulled in a while.
OSTPA. Somebody.
Okay, there we go.
Who are you picking for 4-1, Zolik?
I picked Ball,
Okay.
Dr. Deere. I will go with. I'll also go with Endless Friday Night, Hot Farm Pro Stocks. I will go with. Savanovic. Saturday Night Super Farm. Dream On. 4-1 or Limited Pro 3.0 diesel trucks. I will go with CW Cartmill. 4-1s, Lindstrom. Hot Farm Tractor. Kevin Smith, Buckshot Reloaded. And Pro Stock, I will go with Carlton Cope, Warpath. And the winning distance of the Pro Stock Saturday night, I'm going to go 308.
Oh, put them in the sand.
Well, that was, I believe, I think Junior was 308, wasn't he, when he won 4-1s in the finals?
Yep.
So somewhere in that range.
Yeah, 310 is like your tires are in the sand pile.
Yep.
Not up on the sand pile, but in the sand pile.
Okay. Paul?
All right. Just a second.
Leroy, Dubuque is your first announcing gig this year?
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
You say mine?
I'm gonna roll out my new beer
Not
that
yet.
weekend.
You
So
have to click the
I'll connect with you on that.
box and then hit share.
Yeah, it says it's asking me to. It's sharing my screen.
Oh, then Jason has to bring it up.
Yep.
Okay, now you can go
Gotcha.
to tab.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
Friday night Super Farm. I want Brian Deck taking CW for this class. I want Lindstrom in Limited Pros. Hot Farm. I want Carrington. Pro Stock. I'm gonna take Savanovic.
I figured you would try to butter up Yoder a little bit there.
Just wait. I'm not done picking yet. And Saturday night, I want Silsby. I think CW takes a sweep.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Brian Deck on this one. The Hot Farm. Still like Brian Carrington on that one. Sweep there as well. This one, I believe Russ Yoder gets it done on Saturday night in front of the hometown crowd.
Oh boy.
So,
What was your winning distance for Pro
good.
Stocks?
oh, that's right. I'm going to put 306 and 18.
Come underneath. Come up here. Come up here.
Very nice.
Done. Uh-oh, we got a guest.
Here, put this in your ear.
Put this in your ear.
Can you hear?
Put this in your ear.
You can't hear him. They're talking to you.
Can you hear
This
us now?
is. Can you hear him talking to you? This is Reagan.
Thousand
She's the one who
here, Leroy.
she's the one who sang the national anthem at Gordyville last year.
Leroy, will she do a pick'em contest?
She probably won't.
Why not?
She looks
Reagan,
like
will you-
she might be a touch tired.
She just came out here and she says, "Daddy, is it time for me to turn off my iPad yet?"
I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
Yes, it's time to turn off your iPad. Good night. All right, go to
Good
bed.
night, Reagan.
All righty, I'm back. So the question that I texted you, Jason, that's probably a firm no, wouldn't you say so?
Well, if she can come on, I don't care. I mean, the Outlaws sponsored the show. I mean, they sent me
Yeah.
real American dollars to be the title sponsor of the show for a year. So
Right.
I don't.
Well,
They've said promote polling like normal. They just want the naming rights of Let's Grow Polling on Facebook.
Okay.
The podcast.
Well,
So,
we've had her on audio before, but we haven't had her on since we started the video format. So
yeah, I don't think anybody's not going to come on because this is sponsored by the Outlaws. But if they are, oh well. I mean,
Okay.
Zolik, he's Western Series through and through, and I know the Western Series loves the Outlaws. So what the hell? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I love the sport of pulling and I love money. So I'll sell myself. Woohoo! Go Frosted Frog, baby. Where's it at? There's a logo. So
hey, I know there's not that many people watching anymore. Well, there's only 3 on, but I did want to share the fact that Jeff, the gentleman from Store Lock,
Yep.
the toolboxes, he had a fantastic show up there at Gordyville, not Gordyville, the Shipshawana, by the way. He said that he sold over $30,000 worth of toolboxes.
how many?
$30,000 worth of toolboxes. He said that that was one of his best shows that he's had.
Nice.
Anyway, he said that he brought 2 trailer loads full of toolboxes, and he sold every one but one. And he was also the gentleman that gave away the toolbox
Yep.
for the Megan Fund, and that Bruce Law bought for, I think, $2,850.
Yep.
But anyway, they posted 2 hours ago. It said, so many of you heard Jeff had a heart attack yesterday morning. He was very lucky, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he's in the hospital at Riverside in Kankakee, Illinois. And I guess the biggest thing he's upset about is the nurses won't give him a sponge bath. But it sounds like he got lucky. They called 911. Stacy was going to drive him in, but they decided to let the ambulance do it instead. So for the people that are watching, you know, that awesome dude.
Yeah. We actually had Leroy. We have 66 people watching over all.
And they were planning on being
Oh, okay.
Shawana.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. Well, I wanted to throw that out there. A lot of people that are up there at Shipshawana and walked around in the booth area saw his, it was very impressive when we auctioned off that toolbox when Flea was standing, Flea and Sherry Schaefer. I think they pulled the drawer out and they were both standing on that drawer
Mm-hmm.
While it was moving.
while it was moving.
Yep.
When Matt Hart come out and started the auction process of, I don't know, he's tried $250 or something like that. And Flea said, no, we're going to start it at $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was worth every penny of it.
Yes.
That was a steal at that price. But so I'm not sure what's going on, but I've been seeing on Facebook a lot this whole race ban that the EPA is doing. This Dave Birch down here has been just commented on it. I don't know anything about it. I've read up some of this stuff, but is that an actual thing that they're trying to do?
They're trying to push through that any modifications to a stock out of the factory vehicle, any modifications, superchargers, turbochargers, literally aftermarket exhaust headers, stuff like that, they're trying to ban it all. Anything, all race cars, like performance vehicles, they're trying to pretty much ban them all. That's what they're trying to push. And so the EPA is the Performance Act, something Performance Act.
It's the RPM is the acronym for it.
Oh yeah, RPM. So yeah,
for the bill that they're trying to pass the ban. Yeah.
So yeah, it's whatever they're trying to pretty much save, parts, performance parts, aftermarkets, like performance, all this stuff. I know the PRI and SEMA both have things on their website that you can go to, and you just pretty much fill in your information and where you're from, and they already have like pre-filled out messages to send to your senators, local and statewide. I know I did it, and I got responses back from 2 of them, and they support like the racing industry. So, I mean, I think a lot of this that's happening is coming from, I think, more of the, I don't know,
political arena.
Political, yeah.
I did see the company that does the delete programs for diesel trucks. They did get a lawsuit from the U.S. Attorney's Office for them because it prevents them from getting around the emissions on the newer vehicles. So we'll see where that goes.
Well, yeah, if it's something like that, then anybody that's watching probably needs to go check that out. Maybe we can throw a link in there somewhere. But I didn't. I've seen some things about it, but I didn't know exactly what all was going on. But especially for the diesel truck pulling world, that could be pretty a bad thing.
I don't know how that goes for tractors. If that was the same thing, if it's like not off the farm stock tractor, fall under that same category. So,
well, but if
a lot of people need to kind of get behind the support, because without voices being heard, they're just going to push things through, and just one day it's not going to be there anymore.
They have diesel engines in particular have been hit over the last probably since the Volkswagen, I guess if you want to call it, scandal. Since then, with all American manufacturers pretty much in like compacts and outside of your heavy duty trucks not giving a diesel option like they were going with for a while there. Even Volkswagen does not offer in the United States a TDI engine anymore in any of their lines.
So you're saying you can't get a diesel Volkswagen Rabbit anymore?
No, everything past 2015 is.
Those things were the bomb, weren't they?
Oh yeah, I mean, if Rusnik was on, if you could get like a TDI Golf, which replaced the Rabbit,
Hey Schultz, I'm sharing my screen. I have the thing from SEMA for the RPM Act. So yeah, the Recognizing the Protection of Motorsports Act, which is the RPM Act. If you go to SEMA.org, probably on the front page, view current issue here. And it kind of goes through a bunch of different things, I'm sure. But I don't know exactly where they have it. But if you just search RPM Act on, like with SEMA on Google, it's the first thing that pops up. But it goes over everything, what they're trying to do, and how you can help. And these our action center here. And it's like you got the subject and message to send an email out. You just put in your information, and based off of your street address and zip code, it'll detect who your representatives are in Congress to send that email to. So just good tidbit of information that if you want to help support this so we can still have our motorsports, I'd highly suggest it. Okay, Schultz, you can take my screen away.
Okay. How many pickups, how many people have done it so far? I know, Brent, we only had it up about 45 minutes before the show.
65 so far.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we were off to a rocking start. We were over 300 people total on all of our pages.
Yeah, I saw we were over 200 just on Beer Money, so.
Because we were on YouTube, but that's how it goes. I mean, I wanted to bring that video up there. That's a cool video. When anytime a pulling tractor gets into a video, and I thought I had it turned down. Sorry.
Well, Brent and I were talking. It may have been the video also, not just the audio, because I couldn't hear the audio at all.
Yeah,
I couldn't hear the audio either.
Same.
in the actual when it popped up when I seen it, and then I read it's either audio. It says on there audio and just video alone will trigger. That's how sensitive
So
music
basically-
videos are on Facebook.
When
Do
I
they
share a
know that
screen,
we have the people that owns those tractors in that video.
yeah, I actually no, I disputed every one of them, and I put that in there that we were actually interviewing the people who own the tractors in the video. So when they do dismiss it, I'll repost it then. But the only thing that stinks is that there was a lot of people I know that would have asked questions tonight to the Ceramics because that's big name pullers. I mean,
Mhm.
no matter what association you follow, whatever you know the Ceramic name.
Absolutely.
Brett, do you want to share any stats about the Pick'em contest, or do you want to do yours? Or
Oh, well, mine is pretty much yours on Friday night. So you already did that one. I think pretty much we picked the same people. I think, well, I'll just go over mine.
I know Shipshawana or Gordywana, the favorites, Leroy. He's like, I don't think you want to be by Friday night. Leroy's like, I don't think you want to be a favorite.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
By the way, I talked to John Mears for a while earlier this evening because I was noticing that Goshen, Indiana, the Elkhart County Fair, was no longer appearing as a live stream event. And I think, well, since it's, for the lack of a better term, a standalone event or a one-day event, they're really focusing on the two-day events. So right now, we've got locked in with Farley, Iowa, which is a two-day event, the Curd Nationals in Ellsworth, Wisconsin, and then also Wheatland, Missouri. And so the total of 3 right now locked in for MAV TV Plus, and we'd like to add at least 2 more. We'd like to get at least 5. So we're looking at maybe Shy Diesel, Extravaganza in Lyons, Indiana, and not for sure where the other one would be, but
I know in the past they tried to do Watson Diesel,
Right.
But the weather and I don't know about what Michigan's doing this summer. So
he said Goshen's a backup plan. He said if Farley gets rained out, our next opportunity for the live stream would be Goshen, Indiana. So he said that's if Farley should happen to get rained out. Yes, sir.
You're talking about the thing like I watched you and Farley on Friday night last year on the live stream. That's that same thing.
Correct.
My $6.99 a month subscription or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
It used to be called Lucas Oil Racing TV.
Okay.
And as of January 1st of 2021, it's now MAV TV Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe if you go to Lucas Oil Racing TV still, it's at the end of the month or something like that, they're officially like getting rid of it. And then your subscription will automatically carry over to MAV TV Plus, I believe.
what Brian Lively said, I think on pull off or a Facebook comment, if you had a subscription, you just have to change your password.
Yeah.
Yep, that's something you have to change, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're still charging my credit card every month.
And one neat thing that we are doing now is whatever I say to the MAV TV Plus crowd that's watching at home, it also goes out to the people there in the grandstand.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that for the first time at Farley, Iowa, and that worked out really well. And we did that at Wheatland, Missouri also.
Yeah, it's kind of like NHRA.
You're announcing the poll
Absolutely.
from the, but no, I thought your audio only went to the people watching the live stream.
That's the way it used to be.
Yep.
So that's the way we did it on Friday night at Farley. Then on Saturday night, when I got out to the track, I had my producer called me. And it's like, hey, he goes like, where you at? And I said, I just got out here. And he says, can you come out to the TV truck? He goes, want to have a talk. And he said that the Jumbotron that was mounted in turn 3, he said that was going to be tuned into Lucas Oil Racing TV. And then everything that came out of my mouth to Lucas Oil Racing TV was also going to go out to the stands. And then so I says, well, what's that mean for Dan Mayer? And he says, well, you and Dan are going to work together. And so basically we were, for the lack of a better term, Jim Nance and Tony Romo. And so that's how we did it on Saturday night at Farley. And then we did it both nights like that at Wheatland, Missouri as well. It worked out very well.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I watched NHRA this weekend on NHRA TV. That's exactly how they do it too. So.
And if anyone watches dirt track racing in the summer when they have the Hell Tour, the UMP Summer Nationals or the Dirt Car Summer Nationals with Dynamite Rubin, that's what he does it also. He does it on Dirt Vision and as well as to the people that are in the stands.
Hey Colin, to answer your question, they have currently the Lucas Oil Products one. I would assume would be the one, and then Mav TV Plus. That's just my guess. Because they got rid of the Mav TV one once they got the Lucas Oil Racing TV app going. So
Did you guys see Collins finally spent some of his moldy money and bought his woman a new car?
didn't see that.
That's what's great. I want to hear that.
But yeah.
Well, hopefully once they get the new app, it'll work on Apple devices. Yeah, because right now it doesn't work on an iPhone or an iPad.
Yeah, it wasn't. No offense for what you would think of like a Lucas Oil would have, Leroy. It was kind of clumsy for an app. You know what I mean?
It used to work at one point because I used to watch it on there on my phone, and then something happened last year that it just did not work.
So you could still watch it from your iPhone or your iPad, but you had to log in through the web. Yes.
Yeah. So how does an international guy buy that colored blue car? That's what we got to ask Colin. So,
And a
sharp,
Toyota.
don't get me wrong. See what Colin has to say. We got the wrap pulled off the remedy Friday night, guys. That was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I went on Beer Money and I typed in there, does anybody remove vinyl before? And a whole bunch of comments. And Sean Stone King, who pulled at Gordiwana, I think he has the War Machine, a hot farm. There was a product called Vinyl Remover or something, like a liquid remover. It's about $80 a gallon. And we had that wrap off that tractor in less than an hour down there Friday night. So I was pretty excited about that. So.
Leroy, you should talk to Mears about for the live stream at the events. We should have a studio show before, and then we can send it to you guys.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Tell them, we could do a studio show about an hour before
game
full
day
time.
Vibe beforehand, and
Yes.
then they'll be like, and now to you guys.
Yes.
It's her daily driver, and she likes blue, you jackass. At least it's not green. Yeah. Morgan Schulte should be in bed. Have you seen my mother's new Jeep yet? Oh, Linda got a new Jeep. No.
Is that for
Delivering the mail.
delivery or her personal daily driver?
I'm sure it's her delivering the mail Jeep. So.
Jerry Setter's tuned in. His favorite spot is the flagman at the starting line when the oh man, I just lost the head of Whitworth tractors take off from the line.
Mm-hmm.
That and Harley as well.
Yeah.
It happened to her at Bowling Green, Missouri. Her first time ever flagging, and it didn't go so well for their tractor right next to her. So
I didn't realize Harley was flagging now.
that was
Tech
the only
officials-
time she flagged.
Tech officials, they stand in the line of fire. I've seen
Yeah, I heard
great
what
stuff.
he's a flagman now though too, right?
So that was the event. They were double booked, the Western Series, and we ran a 2-track show with 5 people.
Wow.
Sometimes you got
And
to
then,
buckle down.
And then we had Faith Camfield, who was just helping Clint at the time. She ran the scales and had to do one scale for 2 tracks, and had never done that before. So
I would say if anybody can handle that, Faith could handle that.
yeah, no, yeah, she told them, so the only thing we're missing, we didn't have a drawbar, so measure, but so she had to use a tape measure.
Did you guys see anything on Facebook or any other websites you want me to share this week? I do want to announce, Leroy, I need to figure this out with you, but so Seven Hills Brewery's rolling out the Remedy beer that weekend.
Right.
We're in Dubuque. It's going to be a cherry wheat ale, so we're going to have our own bottle of beer. So we're going to get together on that. So I'm excited about that. The Remedy's going out to South Dakota, Sioux Falls here next week or so to get its new wrap, and then I'm just waiting on rods and pistons, and then Tony's going to start putting it back together, get it to the dyno. So we're 2 months, just over 2 months away from Dubuque. So
Don't say things like that.
sorry, Paul.
Ugh.
Clock is ticking. We better get it together.
Oh,
Are
which
you,
one?
Are you
There's
slumped?
3 of them.
You shouldn't be sitting there right now. You should be in the shop.
I got here just before. I take that back. There's 4 of them, 5 of them now that are waiting on stuff, and a couple of them are pretty extensive. One is extremely extensive.
Understood.
My question to you, Paul Romack, is the new 6850 Pro Farm going to be done in time for the I-70 showdown?
Should be. We got our charger. We got our charger today, Bernie dropped it off Saturday, and I've got to cut the intake manifold and finish welding the exhaust manifold, and we're going to be ready to slap that baby in. We are waiting on a gear that should be done anytime, and as soon as we get that back, it's going to be a sprint. But there's also a diesel super that is down to the block that I've got to work on this week, and there's a 4.1 that's needing some serious attention, and yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
Cool. Brent, what's going on? Is there a poll the same weekend as Ellsworth for WTPA up in Munster? Are they still talking about that?
That was, it's been discussed. It's not going to be WTPA that I know of. Otherwise, I would have heard about it. But yeah, David was talking about putting a memorial pole on for his dad. And he wanted to do it that weekend, kind of after the WTPA season.
Talk him into Sunday.
What?
Talk him into Sunday.
Well, I haven't talked to him since Gordyville about it. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would say too, because obviously he'd want us to bring the video board.
Yep.
And I can't make it as much as he'd probably want me there, because obviously, I mean, I help Doug. So July 18th poll for WTPA. July 18th. So that whole shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
So I was told 2 days ago that it's pretty much finalized, and then we found out today that supposedly Wausau has a rain date on the 18th, and we don't have the crew to run 2 events at once. And they were having we're going to have classes that were also running in Wausau, and Light Pros would have been one of the classes, Colin. So, or would be, and so right now they're trying to. I think they're supposed to be discussing it. That's all I know. That's what I heard today, is that Wausau is supposed to have a rain date on the 18th. We don't know. That was kind of a miscommunication, because Wausau is a region event. The event for the 18th is supposed to be a state event. So that was just nobody really communicated the rain date with us. So, but I know it's going to be talked about, so hopefully we can make something work. And there's also, that's not on the schedule, that came after I just posted the last one to the WTPA page, that Father's Day weekend, normally it would be Dorchester, on that Saturday, and potentially a pole in like the southeastern part of the state, a little bit further away from where we normally pull. Actually, it'd be our furthest east pole that we pull at. So potentially something there, but no light pros there, Colin. So I guess I don't know. That's about where coming down to the nitty gritty at the, I guess, finalizing our schedule, because usually it's in the next week or two we'd have everything finalized. But I think we'll know more by the end of the week. And
Yeah. If you did notice, so we disbanded our nonprofit here in Richland Center, Brian Myers, Chad, and I, and since 2016 we haven't had one of our big events go off because of rain, heat, or COVID, and we're just done. But Kleppy is going to promote a 4-show Southwest in the afternoon, I think starting at 2, and then 4 Badger State starting at 5:30. I have not promoted it. I have nothing to do with it. I gave him $1,000 for sponsorship, and I told him I would push it on Facebook. But we are going to put the 4-1s in, obviously, because John Meyer Jr. works on his tractor, and I said I'm not going to give him money if he doesn't have my class. So, but I am excited about that. Brent, will you be in Houston that weekend, or can you come to Richland Center?
well, Menominee is that weekend, and Houston.
Oh,
So
There's like 5 events going on that weekend.
yeah. So I'll probably be at one of those.
I'm trying to. Ryan, will you be able to make it?
Yep, I'll be there.
Otherwise, yeah, I would, because Houston's pretty close to me. And I'm trying to get there instead of Menominee, and it's something that I want to help Kenny with a little bit, with helping promote his event. And I want to go there, take pictures and videos for him, and
Yeah.
kind of. That's actually, I mean, I've heard a lot of really good things, and actually, the hoedown thing that they have going on there is actually pretty neat. So
Yeah, it's been on that weekend for years.
mhm.
I had the first Churn and Dirt in 2007. So, and Houston's always been that same Saturday night as that weekend.
Yep.
I only grabbed that date because it was seriously the only open Saturday on the Badger State schedule. So,
Yep, and that's obviously their hoedown, the Houston hoedown festival thing that they got going on. So that's why they got
So
that.
which Churn and Dirt was it when you thought you were getting your Z28 destroyed, when they had a car look just like yours and they come out and smashed it?
it had been 2015.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the last one we had. Or no, we had one in 16. So 2015. Yep.
For those that are familiar, the Washington Town and Country Fair, Washington, Missouri, is always a big
what is
event.
that?
Well, it's going to be our big ITPA show is Saturday, August 7th, but we're also going to have 2 classes on August 6th, Friday night. It's going to be co-sanctioned, I believe, with PPL Western Series. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but we're going to run 2 ITPA classes on Friday night, the 85 Limited Pros and the 10 Pro Stocks, and then they're going to come back on Saturday night and run again along with the 1,950-pound mini rods. You can't have mini rods at Washington, Missouri. Or you can't have that pole without the mini rods because, of course, Zach Jasper and Donnie Jasper are right there.
Mhm.
And then the 58 mods, the light super stocks, 85 limited pros, the 4-1s, and the 10,000-pound pro stocks. That's on Saturday night. So
August 7th?
August 7th, Saturday night's the big night. And then Friday, August 6th is the PPL along with our 85 limited pros and the 10 pros.
So will the Western Series 4-1s be there that Friday night?
Friday night, yes.
Okay, so that could be a 2-hook for us.
And then they're going Western. They go from Washington, Missouri to McLeod, Kansas on Saturday.
I'm gonna have to go to that, and then travel all the way back up to Hammond on Saturday.
Bill Petrie's pole.
Yep. One notable change so far in the Badger State circuit for location wise, the American Family Children's Hospital pulling for a cure or pull on June 12th typically happens at the Sauk Prairie FFA alumni poll facility. That is actually being moved to the Sauk County Fairgrounds just up the road to Baraboo, Wisconsin for the first time. So I think we're having all 10 classes on 2 tracks full there, from my understanding, that day. So
Yeah,
we used to try to run all 10 on 1 track. That was a long evening.
I'll be Leroy. I'll do that Washington. I'll put that on my schedule. I'll make that work.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
both night that one down too.
Yeah, that's the fair where
Well, I'm not going to be there on Friday night because Friday night, Bud Danner's watching, Robert Danner. I'm going to be at his poll, announcing his poll in Rossville. PPL Champions Tour is on Friday, August 6th,
Yep.
but then I'll be out there in Washington, Missouri on Saturday, August 7th.
Okay.
And before we sign off, Bub was wanting to know, Brent, who's leading on the Pick'em contest. Is that something you can share?
Oh, yeah, I can. I won't share my
See,
screen because we'll go through this. I'll probably do something Friday before this poll actually starts.
I'm sure Bub would like to see Ryan Anderson leading the class, but that wasn't a good thing though for there's Marty Schanbauer.
Didn't he do really, really well at Gordiwana?
He did
Oh, yeah.
extremely well at
Awesome.
Shipshawana.
Yeah. Quick question to you, Marty. You're going to come over to, I know WTPA has a couple hooks that are going to be exhibition UPM, I guess, rules for the Pro Farm class. Do you plan on coming over? I know like River Falls is just pretty much right across, state line, just a little bit there. And I know Lancaster has them. And is there another pull that? Yeah. Oh, and then Viroqua. So we have 3 exhibition hooks for that class this year. And it's kind of a popular class even in Wisconsin because it's pretty much just a hot farm class. They just call it different in Minnesota. And so there's a lot of pullers that from those areas that they wanted to give them a chance to pull and then give some of the Minnesota guys another place to hook. So anyways, leading the classes, we have 73 entries so far. And I see Kleppy's trying to cheat with 2 entries.
He's a cheater.
he probably did something wrong and then noticed, most likely.
He probably
did he
fell
actually
asleep
submit
in his
it all?
chair.
Yeah, he probably submitted a blank one. I can look. But
Missed his water.
with 25, so for Friday night in the Super Farm class, Checking Out's got 25 of the 72 responses. Crop Doctor's got 18, and the rest of them aren't even close. Limited Pro Stock Diesel Trucks, CW Cartmel with Most Hated with 22, and then 10 for Boosted, and then 9 for Black Smoke Matters and Flirting with Disaster. Limited Pro Stock Tractors, Brian Deck, One Bad Apple, 26. Lindstrom, Hyper Harvester, 22. The rest of them aren't even close. Hot Farm Tractors, Brian Carrington, Endless, 26. Buckshot Reloaded, 15. Cornfield Cadillac, 10. Pro Stocks, Bootlegger, Massive Lead, 35. Next closest is 7. Mac Daddy and Extra Butter both have 7. Saturday night, Super Farm Tractors, Crop Doctor, 19. Checking Out, 17. Dream On, 10. Limited Pro Stock Diesel Trucks, Most Hated CW Cartmel, 22. Flirting with Disaster, 14. Iron Maiden, 10. Causing Trouble, 9. Limited Pro Stocks, Hyper Harvester, 20. One Bad Apple, 19. Adrenaline Rush, 8. Hot Farms, Brian Carrington, Endless again, 21. Cornfield Cadillac, 14. Buckshot Reloaded, 12. And Pro Stocks, Bootlegger, 18. Red Gambler, 12. Mac Daddy, 10. And Carlton Cope Warpath has 9. So
That'll be easier for you to score, Brent, than Gordiwana.
4 of them, that may be 4. I'd have to look at the schedule. But yeah, that's going to be way easier. And the scoring for that one is going to be golf style. So if your puller takes first place, you get 1 point. They take last in a class of 10, they're going to get 10 points. We're going to add them all up from each one, from both Friday night and Saturday night. Lowest score wins.
So if somebody picks somebody, Brent, and they don't hook or they don't show, you get last place, correct?
Yeah, that, or maybe we'll just throw them in a randomizer and whoever, we'll just randomize it and whatever that, it shows up as, that's who everyone that picked that person is going to get.
But that's as up to date as it can. I mean, you have a pretty good inside scoop on the NTPA stuff, don't you?
I don't.
For this, they pretty much
It's an
they
invite.
should
so-
show up.
Yeah.
Like they'd have to have something major happen at this point.
The only thing would be if they break Friday night. That'd probably be the major.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's legit. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that or the only way they're not making it there, I think, at this point is
I
if
know.
something comes up like at home or they break down on the way.
Go to bed, short fighty.
Yeah.
Sure Friday's still tuning in.
Well, this was a great Monday. So I'm going to Cancun Saturday. I'll run the show Monday night from Cancun. I probably it'll be fun. So, but I'll fire it up. I don't know, Zolik. You want to try to run somebody down? Leroy, what do you guys got bouncing around your heads that we should be working on next?
Well, I sent you my idea. I'll see
I mean,
if we
Leslie,
can get that to fruition.
Yeah, send her a text. You have nothing to lose.
Right.
I was kind of thinking it'd be kind of cool to do an announcers roundtable type of thing from all the series. It's possible to find like all get a date. Like Doc Riley and
line it up, Zolik. Everybody likes you.
Everyone likes me.
They do.
I will see.
But no, that'd be fun.
I think Dan would come on as well. And
I think Dan's got a lot of he's really good with knowledge as well. I think Miles would be another one to bring on.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to get Butch on as well. Like have if Miles went to Butch, I don't know how far away they live from each other.
A couple hours. Yeah, the big thing would just be getting Butch to get logged on.
Yeah.
No, and I'm not trying to be mean, but
no, yeah. Yep.
We'll start working on that. I don't know. I mean, I know I want to get.
It doesn't have to be next week. That doesn't have to be something like next week. I'm saying down the road, in April before the polling season starts.
Leroy, let me know how your text message is responded to.
Okay.
And then,
because it'd also be cool to reach out to Ken Stout from his perspective, because he does a wide range of motorsports, Leslie, and how polling fits in the whole, realm of MAP TV and Lucas Oil, because he's been doing polling since the ATPA days, so been doing it a long time on TV.
Is he the one who started calling him a category?
That probably comes from him.
From racing?
Yeah, I believe if you go back, even Dan's been posting the old ATPA shows, and when he was doing the track, the pit reporting at the time.
Well, when all those people get old and retire, Leroy's going to take over. So we're talking to a future celebrity right now.
So I'm not for sure all about that.
Well, Paul, what do you got left before you fall asleep, buddy?
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna snooze out.
I've been on this thing. No, it was a good show. I need about another 3 months before polling season starts, but that's not going to happen. So
Paul, Nashville's just Saturday night.
Yes, on the
5th.
The spring one. That's the spring one, Jason.
Yeah.
The September show is 2 nights.
Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely coming to the June one. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd say it's about 5 hours for you, Schultz, because it's 7.5 on the maps for me.
No, because it's 6. It takes me 6 to get to Clint's house. So
it's another hour and 15 minutes south of Clint.
Okay.
And with the toter,
it takes you that long,
be a little bit longer.
Yeah. Brent, do you have anything going on? Or do you have a WTPA hook? Do you have Boscobel or anything?
Well.
Okay.
Hey, if you want to come down Friday, we can figure something out.
Well, I'm going to have a living quarters in my trailer.
I know, but if you want to come down Friday, we can make something work.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I'm on the hunt for a semi right now, and then because I'm going to be pulling with the Outlaws. I was going to partner up with Tony, but then I'm going to be going out west more. So, and Tony can't get away as easy as I can. So it's all good. My dad's going to go with me a lot though, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. So, old Mike and Jason Schultz back at it again. So, okay, guys. Leroy, thank you for all that you do. You guys, I love the format. I love the discussion. Schrammix, that was awesome. We got to grab big name pullers like that, guys. The people that everybody knows. If we're going to have guests on. doesn't have to be, but it's fun to have a big guest like that once a month.
Well, I've got a set of husband and wife two-wheel drive pulling team that lives 4 miles from me.
That would be good.
They're both not only, well, he's been not only an ITPA champion, but a PPL Champions Tour winner, champion. And I'm talking about, of course, Jeremy
Can we
Nelson
put
and
Greg
Misty
on
Nelson.
audio and Ashley on video?
I'm not talking about Corzines. I'm talking about Jeremy and Misty Nelson.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Corzine.
No.
No. Jeremy and Misty live only about 4 miles from me.
I don't think we've had Jeremy Misty on, and that'd be the same situation. So,
Yeah. Put Jeremy on audio and Misty on video.
yeah. I'm just trying to. Would they come to your house, Leroy, or would you go to their house? What would be the best thing?
Hey, it don't matter. We can, or they could do like
I'm sure they can
Let's do like
operate.
this.
Brian and Braden did tonight. You know, that I could be
Yeah.
at my house and they could be at their place.
Do they have good internet?
Yeah.
You Illinois guys, Paul, don't joke around
Well,
about
once
that.
we get over to 3, I think it takes away you guys' little internet, like last week.
Dude, yours was breaking up tonight.
That's what
so
I'm saying,
don't
Ryan.
put
Yours
that
has
on
been the
me.
worst today.
Mine has been the worst.
Yes.
But what might be cool is me going out there with a phone or an iPad and walking around her shop
Yeah.
because
Nice one. It's a nice one.
very nice. Because not only does he have his pulling shop out there, he also has Nelson Custom Paint. He puts out some badass stuff out of that shop.
Yes, he does.
So, Leroy, is this your way of saying you're going to have a guest for next Monday night, no matter what?
I mean, I could work on it. And then, in fact, I just talked to Jeremy just 2 days ago, talked to him about the first poll for them guys is out there in Benson, North Carolina, the Galat Motorsports Park, which that's the same weekend as Outlaws. You and I will be in Dubuque the same weekend that they're going to be out there in Benson, North Carolina.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to get a hold of RJ. I texted him last night about next week, and he's down in Bristol watching those dirt tracks.
Mm-hmm.
RJ would be good to get on one of these Monday nights as well, just to talk about Farley. There's a really good buzz about Farley. I need to run down that Dubuque promoter, Leroy, one of these times. But we have the Nashville promoter sitting on the screen with us, Paul.
The high limit guys.
Oh, yep. They just announced
Yep.
everything with that. Yep.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
sure Chad and them would jump on. Chad,
Well,
Justin.
Leroy, you shoot some text messages out tomorrow, Leroy. If you had any success, we'll go your route. Otherwise, I'm going to run down Richardson, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Bye, Reagan.
She's sleeping.
I see that. Leroy, you do make cute babies. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
See you. Good night, guys. Thank you.
See ya.
Right.